Hey, do you want to watch some TikToks? This is I love the segment because I curate these TikToks from the app. I love it so much. These are just special people that I really enjoy their work on TikTok.
Are they clean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Of course they're clean.
Do you want to see that guy, the guy that did the waxing, do the other?
Get out of here, Tommy.
Hey guys, I'm home. Seeing a lot of replies on my video that I posted from the hospital earlier. And the main theme is, yes, this is a tattoo and it is on my face.
Is it a tattoo?
Yeah.
Is it a tattoo?
It's a story in and of itself. Basically, when I was younger, I was going through college and I worked as a tattoo artist. I got married too young. I left home too early. My husband deployed to Iraq and I was alone. So I got a job as a tattoo apprentice. And I thought,
this looks great.
I'm going to do this my whole life. But
pobrecita,
I was bipolar, undiagnosed. I had no idea I was bipolar. I just knew I got really, really sad sometimes. And then other times, I was on top of the world. And unfortunately, I had surrounded myself with people who took advantage of my mental state, adults who should have known better and encouraged.
Can she remove it?
So I am now about to turn 37. Like I said, I'm working on my PhD in psychology. That's a big part of it as well. I want to help other people.
PhD in psychology?
Before they get to a point like this. I have looked at having it removed. It's crazy expensive. I have no idea how I'd ever really afford it. Also, it's very close to my eyes and even over here
it's
on
the
my
worst
eyelid.
part.
So,
anyways, it's pretty cool. Thanks for brightening things up here. That's a very cool video.
You know what it looks like, a mask? When you
it does. It does.
You don't like that? I think it looks really cool.
It's cool
like
that
it.
It breaks my heart.
Why? It looks awesome.
Okay, you really have a problem.
But I like it. I think I want to do some too. I like that she kept her eyes out.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Okay.
She can put
This
eyeshadow
get
on.
someone way out of your league from a sociopath. This is going to sound terrible, but be a bad person. As a woman, I like a guy who is terrible to everybody else, but takes care of me. Dark triad men are always more fun. I don't mean be rude to a waiter because your salmon is overcooked, but everyone hates sanctimonious people. Dark triad men aren't encumbered by anxiety or empathy. This allows them to go through life without caring about what other people think. Next, this is obvious, but a sense of humour. Funny people are lighthearted. They don't get offended by everything people say. This generation will have an aneurysm if you breathe the wrong way. It's like a constant competition about who can be more offended. If you don't take yourself too seriously, you have an edge above everyone else. Pete Davidson is a great example. He's gotten with every attractive woman in Hollywood, and he's not exactly the best looking.
Anyway, she's a diagnosed sociopath, and she gives incredible life advice, like how to infiltrate a man's friend circle and get a man to fall in love with you.
And then take advantage of him, get his money, and then leave.
She's so notice she doesn't blink. Like that's why she's a sociopath, and she just tells you her secrets. So
she's basically teaching people how to manipulate.
Yeah,
she's awesome.
Yeah, she's special.
Awesome.
We're very fond of her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you two get treatment? I'm not kidding you.
Pull your mic. Mike.
Treatment.
No. Just pull it down here. There you go.
All right. I mean,
can you hear me now?
Yeah. What were you saying?
Why don't you two get treatment?
For what?
Well, look at the things that you love and you are addicted to her. And she's a sociopath.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's great.
The looks has nothing to do. You
looks
told
are
me
everything. That's all we care about.
She has nice
And the
boobs.
message,
Stuff.
That's why you marry Christina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't have any brain?
No.
Well, but she's getting treatments.
Not anymore.
She is. She's getting treatments.
Yeah, she's getting treatment with this person.
I'm gonna have a boob job too. Make them bigger.
Boob job, face job coming up. Yeah.
You're having a boob bigger?
Yeah.
Lift it up, and then she's gonna get a facelift. Yeah.
Why are you laughing? It's
well,
true.
The facelift, I don't know what they are lifting, but that's okay.
I need a facelift. I need boob lift. That's what Tom says.
So like that. Go.
Yeah. I'll
Can
show
you pay for a facelift for me?
like that? I need it higher up, and then I need my boobs higher too.
Can you give me a facelift?
What do you want to do that for?
To look good.
That's not. You don't want to do that.
I want to be all unwrinkled.
No.
Can you whiten my teeth so I can smile instead of talking like this?
Yes.
You promise?
Sure.
You promise?
I promise.
It's officially
It's officially.
Promise.
Well, we're doing 2 bits after the show. So that's the exchange, okay?
L in salmon is silent. Also, forget that O. Think of it maybe as an I. Salmon.
Oh.
Salmon.
Salmon.
That's not how you say
Smoked
that.
salmon
It's
is
salmon.
lox.
It's
So
salmon.
you don't say
You have been saying this wrong for years. This is a good
all
video for
my
you.
life. Yeah. So it says salmon. Salmon.
What do you
Salmon.
say? Salmon.
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 Sam?
Salmon.
Sam?
Sam.
In.
And
You just did it.
salmon.
I know the problem for you because you learned, obviously, in Spanish. You say the L in Spanish. That's why.
Salmon.
That's why you, in English, it's a
Salmon.
weird thing to drop the L. It is weird.
They
Yeah, I
drop
wonder-
the L and they drop the O for the knee.
What is the origin of this word that we would?
Spelled like this, but it sounds just like this word, lox. Salmon. Lox.
Where can you Google where the word salmon is from? Like, what's the origin?
This is-
Latin.
The L in salmon was never pronounced in English, and its presence in the spelling is a
I
result
don't care for the change to some different topic.
of the
I
same
don't care.
17th century
I
Latin
can't care
obsession
less for this topic.
that
Please.
gave us the B in debt. Oh, and doubt.
Tommy.
Salmon in
We're
Latin
running out of time.
was
Let's go to something worth it.
salmonem,
Oh
in
my
the-
gosh.
which was pronounced as written. That's fascinating.
It is interesting.
That's
I-
I'd like to-
Well, I
fascinating.
wonder why we don't pronounce it. You know, it's very difficult,
I
especially
have
when
my
you're
one where you
teaching
guys put-
children how to read. It's
Yeah.
very confusing for
Very
our sons.
confusing.
They don't know how to
Interesting.
read that word.
I really like that we did the deep dive on that.
Oh gosh, this was so fascinating.
Confronting a woman with a reasonable grievance, she will typically respond with a lack of accountability.
That's my guy.
Instead, she will typically respond through denials, deflections, and defensiveness, just like a narcissist. So with that, women speak the language of emotions, men speak the language of logic.
It's
You
true.
will never win a logical argument with a woman. How often will
100%
you
true.
actually stand back from a conversation that you're having with a woman when there is a grievance at play and she'll say, I think you're right. Simply put, you cannot win an argument with a woman.
100%
So,
true.
how do you handle an argument with a woman if she is being typically difficult? Typically, the best way to approach that is to simply back off and to isolate her. Raising your voice is not effective. Abuse is not effective. Hurting her in any such way is not effective. But demonstrating your value by withdrawing it makes it all the more potent to a woman, your point of view. If she continues her dysfunctional point of view, then continue to withdraw your affection. If she does not respond to your withdrawal, then it's better for you to reconsider your relationship with her because outright
Jeez.
she probably just does not respect you anyway.
This guy's amazing, and he was 100% accurate. And you should withdraw your affection from people that you're like conflicting with. I think that's really good advice.
Yeah, it makes a woman feel really loved, right?
Yeah, well-
when you're fighting and then she's like, and then you just withdraw your
Ignoring
love.
yourself, yeah.
Right, but like you withdraw, and then all of a sudden, if she does care about you, you're leaving this hole. You're hurting her emotionally, and that's how you win. That's really good. That's good advice.
I don't think that's right, Tommy.
Well, it's how, but it's effective.
It's effective.
Not
but it's
necessarily ethical, but it's effective.
effective.
No, he's
and
right.
it's-
It'll fuck her up. It'll
Yeah.
mess up her head
Mess
so
up her
bad.
head, and
So
there's
you screw up a woman by doing that.
you definitely
Yeah.
Definitely.
you emotionally damage her.
How to argue?
Yeah.
Let me destroy you.
These guys are amazing. This is why we need is more guys like this be more prominent. So glad we highlighted him.
Use all men in your life. So manipulate and use all men for your gain. If a man shows interest or a crush, use him to get ahead and whatever that person can offer you. Use anyone and everyone of the male species to get ahead in your own life. If someone is giving you a little bit of things, gifts, but it's not enough, take it and get another one. Use as many as possible, and anyone that has a crush on you, use them. For example,
Isn't that
if you
nice?
get into an Uber, if you're in a store, if you're walking down the street, if a doorman has a crush on you, get
them.
perks, use them to your advantage, manipulate and pretend you
You're
have a crush. to gain and get more. Give fake numbers, phone numbers if you have to. Give fake information, fake names if you have to. Have 5 or 6 names, 5 or 6 personalities. And that day, pick whichever one you want to use to gain and manipulate from as many men as possible. Because if you are gaining from multiple men, you will end up a very wealthy, beautiful
monster.
woman.
What?
Yeah.
This
See,
is
now
how
we
I did
need
it. This is how I do it.
Like the guy before for these
And
hoes
they
like
even
this.
goes in TikTok to
I know.
with her face. And
She's
everything.
beautiful. She has a horrible voice.
Yeah, and
I think
I
that
don't-
was how God cursed her. He was like, I'm going
Yeah.
to give you this voice that people are going to have to
How do
deal
you know
with.
she's beautiful? I don't think she's beautiful.
She's pretty.
I think she's
yeah.
pretty.
She's
I
pretty,
think the
but not
gum
beautiful.
in her
Okay.
mouth is a little distracting
Yeah, it's a
during
little
the video.
distracting.
I wish she would spit out the chewing gum.
Yeah.
But I think it's good advice.
You
I've
guys
done
are
it
so
for
funny.
years.
Yeah.
You talk so serious that it's actually really funny. Yeah. I'm watching you. Anybody who watch you doesn't know you said, oh my God, this Stuart. So
So what? Brilliant? Because we bring
no,
good
the
news to
opposite.
the world. She's not wrong, but I don't think you're going to find love this way. I think the problem
no,
in
but
her.
you're going to get all the money that you want, she says.
But then
Yeah,
She
that's
didn't
good
talk
advice.
about love. She says just manipulate
Love.
them.
This
use
woman
them.
doesn't know love.
She doesn't want love. She wants
No.
money. She says you're going to enrich.
that's so sad. But don't you want to have someone to share your money with?
No, just give me the money.
Yeah.
Bring me the
Did you
money.
do this when you were
give
younger?
her
Oh, I
something.
did it like crazy.
I would give her a little something.
What would you give her?
Something in her butt.
Oh. Get clean for
I
a
would
little
nair her
bit.
butthole and then I'd go in there.
Can you just, out of respect for me, talk clean in the show?
I'd be like, here's your gift. Get ready to go see
you-
the doctor.
Do you think she
You're not going to
does
walk right for a week.
Can we talk?
does stuff with guys? Like, does she have to give up sex to get stuff? You think?
Maybe sometimes. Depends on how much stuff. That's usually how that works. Yeah. Here, watch this.
Treat women like a 10-year-old and they'll love you for it. So when you're on a date, don't, for example, talk about politics, economics, all those complicated things. Talk about food, sex, partying,
Here, she loves
going
it.
on
She's smiling.
vacation. That's the things that women resonate well
Yeah.
with. When they argue with you, don't get upset. Would you get upset if you were arguing with a 10-year-old? Of course not, because they are a 10-year-old. So when you get into an argument with a 10-year-old, or you get into an argument with a woman, you kind of like, okay, no problem. You blow it off.
This guy's
That
brilliant.
said, when
right.
you're also engaging in a breakup, keep in mind that her emotionals are all over the place, just like a 10-year-old. So when you're dealing with a woman, deal with her as a 10-year-old, and you will understand and appreciate your audience much better, and you'll be a lot much more poised
I think
in
that's how you
dealing
fight
A lot
treatment.
much
with
more.
the said person.
A lot much more.
You will not be disappointed when the person acts out, because of course she is acting like a 10-year-old.
All right.
He's absolutely right, huh? He's absolutely 100% right.
Really?
Treat women like children.
What part do you resonate with? What
Yeah.
part makes
I
sense
think
to
that's
you?
the way Tom treated me.
Your
Your
husband.
Yeah.
I think he never brought to me, he never talked about politics with me. He never talked about his work. He will come, it was great. Good day. And then we talk about how are the dogs? How was your day, baby? Did you play bridge today? Did you go shopping or did you return? And I thought this guy really loved me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we didn't have to argue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We never have an argument because we didn't have the chance to have an argument.
Sure.
The topics of conversation was me and cleaning the house and taking care of the dogs.
You kept it light, but it worked for you
It
guys.
worked.
I was a 10-year-old and I was happy.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you just revealed to me
The secret.
the
Yeah.
secret of my happiness.
That's being 10 years old. Well, I will say that I enjoy the topics of a 10-year-old. I like talking about farting and ponies and kittens and dogs. Like, I love
And that will
10-year-old.
be your only type of conversation.
It's a lot, right? What do you think the show is? This show is like 10-year-old.
I mean, I think those inmates will love this and when you start sending those letters. Yeah.
I remember going out to dinner with your father and Kathy, which was a CIA or whatever she was.
Yeah.
And they talked non-stop about politics and all this stuff. And I was like,
Boring. Boring.
and I said, I am not involved in this. He says, that's okay, baby. Don't worry. Just eat your pie.
Oh, you just watched a YMH highlight. Did you love it? Why don't you have more fun? Click around. Click here, click there, click everywhere. Put a clicker in your beehole. Look, try it out. Have more fun. Why don't you subscribe? That way, every time a video drops, you can be notified. You don't have to think about it. Just do it, man. You're not going to miss a moment of denim. Pull your jeans up, subscribe.